That misfire on cold start does not sound good. Not too bad right now, actually. What's good, and welcome back to another video. Today is an amazing day, as you can see, and I hope you guys are really enjoying it so far. On today's agenda, we're actually killing two birds with one stone. We're gonna start the first step of the major maintenance, but we're also going to try our best to diagnose what is wrong with my car right now. If you missed my last video, you should definitely go check it out, so this one makes a lot more sense. But essentially, we tried to diagnose an issue with my car in the last video, and we didn't really get anywhere. So in this video, we're actually taking the car to a shop to do some maintenance, but also to see if they can figure out what is wrong with my car. I got an almost 2-hour drive ahead of me, so I'm definitely gonna just lock in and drive and get there as soon as possible, and then I can give you guys the full rundown of what they're gonna do with the car and what I'm hoping that they can find out. But of course, we could not escape the early morning traffic. This is gonna be fun. So we made it to Almost Racing. We're about to go in and check in and then get the car taken in. But I just want to do a quick rundown of what happened in between the last video and this video. So after the last video, essentially what I did is I decided to just clear the codes, and then I took the car for a rip. And honestly, I didn't get any codes at all. It was really weird. I didn't get any other codes coming up. So I was like, all right, after I ripped it a couple times, went back and I let the car cool down. But once I cold started it, that's when the codes came back. So the codes definitely come back on that rough cold start. I guess it's just misfiring a whole bunch. What I'm actually here to do is I'm gonna be doing carbon cleaning. Essentially what they do is they take off the manifold and they clean the intake ports of the engine because there's carbon buildup from the direct fuel injection. Now, since they're gonna be taking the manifold off to do that, I'm hoping that they can just check the manifold and see if everything is good for me. But now we're gonna go inside and see what they have to say. Hopefully, things can go smoothly. Okay, so here we are inside the Almost Racing shop. They are a very well-known VW Audi shop running out of Markham, Ontario. As you can see, they have a bunch of different trophies for different events because they build these cars and they know them like the back of their hands. So here they are taking in my car. As I said, they're gonna be doing a carbon cleaning and hopefully finding anything wrong along the way. And I guess we're gonna have to just see what the results are. Fingers crossed, everything is okay. So here they are showing me the ports of my car, and they're essentially telling me I don't even need to do carbon cleaning today because my car actually has port fuel injection instead of direct injections like they usually do. So since I no longer needed carbon cleaning, I had them go ahead and check what was wrong with the manifold, and they were actually able to find out what the problem was. You guys won't believe it. So it turns out we were right in the last video. It was a hole in the diaphragm, but it was in such a weird spot and it was so small that we didn't even notice. So thankfully they were able to take the whole thing out and see and identify the hole, and then they were able to replace that little diaphragm for me. Now, funny story, when they were bringing in my car for the first time, they opened the hood and they immediately recognized all the different mods that were underneath the hood, and they were telling me like, yo, your car is actually sick, like you have a lot of stuff done to it. And then I was like, honestly, I don't know exactly, what's done to it. Do you mind letting me know? So they went ahead and had a full look at the car and basically told me all the mods that were on it. So here's that clip.
Okay, so this has a CTS elbow intake, made it to a Unitronic cold air box, and it looks like a TPC hybrid turbo, maybe an IS38, made it to a high flow downpipe. And looking here, I see that the intercooler is aluminum, so it's very highly likely that that's a integrated engineering or a unitronic intercooler as well.
No way.
So you're basically set up for stage 3. You also have
Fuel oil?
yeah, the MPI, the multiple injections. So I mean, this thing is good to go. We have 100% confirmed that you have the MPI. But we haven't confirmed that you have the low pressure fuel pump or the high pressure fuel pump. Maybe we can have a second look at that. Can you check that out for me, please? So if you have the low pressure fuel pump and the MPI running the 91 octane file with that turbo, you're going to probably see about 439 horsepower and 384 foot-pounds of torque. That's 176 over stock horsepower and 132 foot-pounds over stock as well. Being an authorized dealer, we can run that file through. So what I would do is, let's confirm your hardware. Let's make sure that the high pressure fuel pump is upgraded and the low pressure fuel pump, and then we can actually get some good spark plugs in it, and then we can upgrade you to the DTR file.
That's crazy news, man.
Yeah, yeah. You basically bought a built car. That whoever sold it had no clue what it was about, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, you have quite a few thousands of dollars worth of upgrades.
That's what I was thinking. It was at least maybe like 10,000, but probably upwards.
Yeah,
of that, right?
I mean, it's up there, especially if you have the other two components we just mentioned. So,
yeah, I know the fuel pumps are definitely up there in price.
Yeah, it's exciting to see what happens with this.
We'll see. Okay, so I didn't really want to shove the camera in the guy's face, but shout out to Almost Racing for working on my car. You guys did an amazing job, and you guys had amazing customer service. But let me tell you, man, this is a pleasant surprise. This car is actually a lot more built than I thought, and I think we really scored. We really scored with this, because he told me, he's like, bro, you basically just bought a built car, and the person selling it had no clue. And I guess that's the upside of buying it from a dealership. They had no clue what was on this car. And from what I saw, just a few things, I knew that there was some stuff done to it. But now somebody who knows Volkswagens, knows this platform, is looking at it, and they can see that it's got some money into it. So, we had some talks. We had some talks about what we're gonna do in the future, and I think they're definitely gonna be seeing me back again. But dude, I'm super hyped, man. I got some maintenance to do now. Of course, we're gonna do spark plugs. We're gonna do. He told me I don't need coils, but might still do the coils. But I'm telling you, man, this car's gonna be a lot faster, a lot sooner than I thought. So I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. Okay, so I'm gonna start her up. Shouldn't have any lights anymore. No lights on the dash. We're good to go. Damn, we're gonna do oil change, of course. Mint. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just processing this right now. This is insane, man. I'm so happy with this car. And of course, we're gonna do our maintenance, make sure this thing is up to spec, and we're gonna take it easy on this car. We're gonna run it in eco, take it easy, no crazy driving. So we have officially made it back home. And what a pleasant surprise, man. I'm super hyped. Honestly, I knew this thing had a lot of mods on it, but I didn't know it was to this extent. Like, he's telling me we can make some serious horsepower for a Golf R. That's just a daily. So that's super exciting. But the main thing is, I'm just glad that we're good to go when it comes to that diaphragm. We'll take a quick look at it right now. So yeah, I guess they went ahead and just replaced that thing right there. Looks like they might have rerouted some of the wiring that was zip tied in here, I guess because they took off the manifold and had to do that and just put it back. But yeah, man, I'm super happy. Now, to be honest, I was just gonna keep this car how it was, stage 1, just because I wanted to, enjoy the car for what it was and appreciate this form of the car before I start heavily modifying it. And I think it's hard to say no to what Philip was saying today. It's super tempting. And also, he was honestly saying that I can't really push the car at this certain state because, so the hardware is built to a certain level, but the software is not at that same level. It's a bit lower. So we need to kind of update the software to match where the hardware is, and then we're able to, use the car to its full potential. You know what though? It really just feels like I hit the jackpot with this car. Like, this specific Golf R is just amazing. And of course, I would love to get a completely stock Golf R and build it from the ground up. You know, I definitely learn a lot more about this platform doing so, but I think nobody can deny this is an amazing scenario. Now, that is not how I expected this video to go at all, but you know what? It's a pleasant surprise and I like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. In the next one, we're gonna be getting this thing ready to make some high horsepower. Of course, we have to do maintenance, as I've been saying. We're gonna be doing some spark plugs. We're gonna be fixing the check engine light, the last code that's on the car, and doing some other stuff as well to get this car ready to push some power. If you enjoyed today's video, go down below and hit that like button. I am super ready to make some more progress on the Golf R, and honestly, it's really all gas, no brakes. Everything is mostly done to this car. Of course, we're gonna do some more coming very soon, but a lot is done to this car, and that kind of fast forwards this whole process a lot. So we're gonna be doing a lot. Hit that sub button if you wanna see some more. With all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. We are going to be fixing all the things that need to be fixed on the Golf R. We're gonna take a look at the spark plugs. Cylinder 2 is gonna be bad. That's my guess.
Oh, dude, look at the end.
Oh. Moment of truth, here we go.